Tuesday, April 26, 2022, meeting of the Housing and Redevelopment Authority. Our first order of business is going to be the call to order, or the roll call. Myra, can you take the roll call, please?
Coulter.
Present.
Hukim.
Present.
Lewis.
Present.
Thorson. Martin. Let the record note that Commissioner Martin is not here.
Yeah.
Make sure you turn your microphones on.
Commissioner Thorson? We don't. So. It's fun. Well, probably nice for the people at home. Well, we are going to move on to item number 2, approval of the agenda for April 26, 2022. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Thorson with a second by Commissioner Hukim to approve the agenda of April 26, 2022. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. All quiet. Moving on to item number 3, approval of the minutes of March 22nd, 2022. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes of March 22nd, 2022?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Hukim with a second by Commissioner Coulter to approve the minutes of March 22nd, 2022. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Same sign. The minutes have been approved unanimously. We are moving on to number 4, organizational business. There appears to be no organizational business this evening.
That is correct.
Thank you. Now we will move on to number 5, new business, item 5.1, 8200 Humboldt Avenue South, TIF review and redevelopment plan. May we have the staff report, please?
Absolutely. Bringing up PowerPoint for you to just a presentation, excuse me.
Sorry.
This is 8200 Humboldt Avenue South, and this is for a resolution approving the 8200 Humboldt redevelopment project area, approving the redevelopment plan, therefore, establishing the 8200 Humboldt tax increment financing redevelopment district, and approving a tax increment financing plan, therefore. And so what is before you this evening is actually a request for approving that resolution. This has come before you before, as this board did approve a development agreement for this project. So this project is 149 units mixed income with 9% affordable at 50% AMI or below. So that is 14 units. It will be 7 efficiency units that are affordable, 3 one-bedroom units that are affordable, 3 two-bedroom units that are affordable, and 1 three-bedroom unit that is affordable, all at 50% AMI. This project did participate in the Opportunity Housing Ordinance incentives, so they did do the density bonus, a height bonus, a reduction in storage units, a reduction in parking spaces, which does include underground parking spaces and surface, as well as requests for tax increment financing, which is considered a incentive for the Opportunity Housing Ordinance. They will have 224 spaces total. 67 will be surface spaces. 67 will be surface spaces, I believe, and with the remainder being underground parking. And then for the tax increment financing request, there we go.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. So first off, here's the renderings, just so you can see them again of what is being proposed. You can go to the next slide. And as I went through, here's the incentives as well as the breakdown. And the total development cost estimate is $43 $43,006,208. That amount has not changed from when you saw the development agreement, that cost estimate. Next slide. This is just a recap of what the timeline has been. So in February of this year, they did go before the Planning Commission, and the Planning Commission did recommend comprehensive plan map amendment, rezoning, residential PUD development plan, as well as final development plan. And then the City Council did hold a public hearing and approve the Planning Commission's recommendation. In March of this year, you did approve a development agreement and all necessary documentation. In April, just right now, the Planning Commission did adopt a resolution confirming that these plans are consistent with the city comprehensive plan, and the plans that I'm referring to are the redevelopment plan for the tax increment financing. As well as this evening, the HRA Board is considering adoption of the resolution approving the redevelopment project area and plan and establishing the tax increment financing district and plan. Pending approval by this board, it would go to the City Council on May 9th for a public hearing and consideration of approval of the tax increment financing district and plan. Next slide, please. Here is a map rendering of the TIF district and redevelopment project area boundary. As you can see, it is the actual parcel area in which currently there is an office building. That would be the district, the TIF district and redevelopment project area boundary. Next slide. And the suggested motion, and I can stand for any questions.
Are there any questions?
Your mic.
Are there any questions for Administrator Coleman? Hearing no questions, do I hear a motion for the approval of the resolution using the following? I move to adopt a resolution approving the 8200 Humboldt redevelopment project area, approving the redevelopment plan therefore, establishing the 8200 Humboldt tax increment financing redevelopment district, and approving a tax increment financing plan therefore.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Coulter with a second by Commissioner Hukim to adopt the resolution approving the 8200 Humboldt redevelopment project area, approving the redevelopment plan therefore, establishing the 8200 Humboldt tax increment financing redevelopment district, and approving a tax increment financing plan therefore. Is there any discussion? Yes, Commissioner Coulter.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just one quick question. Is there, and forgive me, I just don't know enough about TIF. Perhaps I should. But this is a redevelopment TIF district as opposed to a housing TIF district. Is there a particular reason that that choice was made?
Thank you for the question, Chair, Commissioner Coulter, Commissioners. Yes, there is a reason that was made. For a housing TIF district, there is a requirement to have a certain level of affordability. For a redevelopment TIF district, there's a requirement to show that it has met the blight test. Because there is an existing office building on this site, it is a blighted building. We did have a blight assessment completed. The developer did have a blight assessment completed by a consultant to establish that for the redevelopment TIF district.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, I will call this item for a vote. I will again just repeat it one more time. The motion, is to adopt a resolution approving the 8200 Humboldt redevelopment project area, approving the redevelopment plan therefore, establishing the 8200 Humboldt tax increment financing redevelopment district, and approving a tax increment financing plan therefore. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion passes 4-0, passes unanimously. Moving on to item number 6. Excuse me, I have a frog. Moving on to discussion items, item number 6.1, Commissioner questions and answers. Do any of the commissioners have anything they would like to bring up this evening? Yes, Commissioner Hukim?
Yeah, I don't have a question. I'd just like to say that I saw that the grant was approved for the 90th and Penn that we had, that deed went through and that grant approval. And so I just wanted to say from the community standpoint, I've been hearing nothing but positive feedback. So I just wanted to kind of state that publicly, that I'm really glad that us voting that, you know, that request through has succeeded and we can finally get rid of that blighted property and look to some great development there from Europolis. So I just wanted to say great work by staff and everybody on that. So
Thank you, Commissioner Huhim. That was great work led by Barb Wolf, who is our Special Projects Initiatives Manager, as well as our interim HRA Program Manager. She worked really hard on that, and the work's not done. So you may hear some more coming back before this board if we have any requests or updates or follow-up on that parcel. So we're excited about that as well.
It's exciting. It's progress. Always good. All right. Is there any other commissioner questions or comments? Hearing none.
I do have one thing.
Oh.
I just wanted to bring forward, because it is the end of April, we will have the housing report to present at the next HRA board meeting, just for your review before we put it out publicly. So expect that. And the reason it's called the housing report is because it does actually include the housing work that is done by community development. So it's not just the HRA report. So you will see other developments and information planning, assessing, building and inspections, Port Authority, and environmental health are all involved in that. And so we will bring that forward for your review just at our next meeting in May, and then we will release it to the public.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for that update. Moving on now to number 7. Do I hear a motion to adjourn the April 26, 2022 HRA board meeting?
so moved.
Is there a second? It has been moved by Commissioner Hukim with a second by Commissioner Thorson to adjourn the April 26, 2022 HRA board meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passes unanimously, 4-0. We are adjourned.